Stephen Piscotty of the Cardinals at number 10. Josh Reddick at number 9. Hunter Pence slots in back in the top 10 at number 8. Carlos Gonzalez at number 7. Jose Bautista is 6th. And J.D. Martinez of the Tigers comes in at number 5. Back to the Shredders list. This guy has much power as anyone in the league. He's had a tough time staying healthy, though, from the Miami Marlins. It's Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton has had more injury problems in 2016, and even when he did play, his offense suffered. Hit career lows in on-base and slugging. Slugged just .489 in just 119 games. This player has been very productive in Safeco Field for the Mariners. It's Nelson Cruz. Cruz has now had 2 terrific seasons with the Mariners, hitting 44 and 43 home runs in back-to-back years in a very tough hitter's park. His walk rate has gone up each of the last 5 seasons and has become one of the top 5 hitters in the game over the last 2 years. Time now for number 2. This will tell the tale. The Shredder, would it make it 5 years in a row with a change at the top? Yes, it will. Bryce Harper comes in, dropping down a spot from last year at number 2. Harper is still only going into his age 24 season, but is not a full year removed from his dream season. 2 years ago, he had a 10-win year, slugging .649. Last year, he had a 2-win season, slugging .441. He never really owned up to any injury, though a shoulder issue was rumored, and his defensive metrics took a hit, going from +10 to -3. Time has come for the Shredder. Number 1. Who's on top? Number 1 right fielder in the game right now. We have a new champ from the Boston Red Sox. It is, in fact, Mookie Betts. Betts broke out in his second full season by defensive runs saved. He was the best fielder in all of baseball. By the base running runs metric, he was the best base runner in all of baseball. And he did it with a .363 on base and a healthy .534 slugging percentage. In terms of wins above replacement, only Mike Trout had a more productive season than Mookie Betts. And Betts is only going into his age 24 season. Here are the rankings. He had a 10-win season. That's monstrous. He had 32 defensive runs saved, again, the most in the major leagues. And along with his excellent rate stats, he played in 158 games. So he had volume as well, leading the majors in total bases. Carlos, if I was going to do something that was right, these are the things I love normally, right? The base running, the fielding, how we kind of pay lip service to it, what wins above replacement does, puts a number to it. That plus playing all those games, leading the league in total bases, I see why the Shredder would have him number 1. Makes sense.
10-win player, and the way he did it, that was amazing, okay? This guy, when you watch him immediately, see how wiry he is, how just elastic he is. He works like a whip, and when he just throws that bat, it's like a hammer, right? The end of the hammer, you just throw the head at the baseball, and the ball explodes off his bat. So electric, all-around ball player. And you know what? This game in particular just showed me, wait a second, this guy understands timing. Look how early he gets ready, tucks in that shoulder, leg kick, up in the air, the ball has not even been released yet, and then here comes that barrel, and look at that, a missile straight away center field. Again, look how early he's ready, tucks his shoulder, kick up, now he's ready to fire. Like a cobra, just ready to attack, and then he goes after and destroys the baseball. Again, he did it again, the great 3 home runs that game. But he reminds me of Dave Winfield. Look at this. Look at the similarities right here. Tucks in his shoulder. Now he's ready, the legs are ready to fire. Then he just throws the head of the bat. It's almost like, okay, I have this weight at the end of my bat, and all I want is throw it at the baseball. And that's the way they swing. Right here, again, throws the bat at the baseball, the head of the bat at the baseball. Obviously, he's so much bigger than Betts, but the swing is very similar. And look at it, at contact, look at their head, look how the extension it is. He reminds me of Dave Winfield so much. And I think we have not even seen the best of Mookie Betts.
Still a young guy, still breaking it.
More to come.
I love that. I wouldn't have thought of that because Dave Winfield's 6'6". He's a huge guy. But right, that makes a lot of sense, even though they're different sizes.
By the way, Tom Verducci saw this as well. I was impressed with that because I don't think it's an easy thing to pick up. But wow, you put them side by side, they're virtually doing the same exact move. It's just that Dave Winfield is twice the size as Mookie Betts.
I have to bring up one thing, though, as far as park effects, right? At Fenway, and look, we're throwing in Camden Yards here, too. He was one player. Everywhere else, he slugged under 400 in every other park besides Fenway and Camden Yards. I'm not dinging him for that, but I'm saying when you're aware of that, what does that tell you? Because we used to talk about Fenway Park the way we talk about Coors Field now. That used to be the offensive park. Where does that do? What does that do to the player's value, and what do you view him?
Yeah, it does make you doubt a little bit, but at the end of the day, he got it done. So it's in the books wherever he plays.